Yo, what is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. This is Richie, and in this video, I want to give you guys my recap to the New York Knicks victory over the Houston Rockets. This was another great W, and the Knicks have won back-to-back games. We beat the Washington Wizards last night, and then we beat the Houston Rockets tonight. If you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, and if you guys want to check me out over on Instagram and Twitter, that's at NYKnicks_media, and do not forget to thumbs up the video if you enjoy. With that being said, let's get right into my breakdown of this beautiful game from the New York Knicks. My first reaction is, wow, we have a deep squad for once. Our bench has been out of this world, led by the backcourt of Immanuel Quickley and Derrick Rose. Those two combined for something like 36 points. That is absolutely ridiculous. This was our first game without Mitchell Robinson. Nerlens Noel filled in for the starting center position for the first time this season and for the first time for his career on the Knicks besides preseason play. Let's get into Nerlens Noel's night, which he didn't have the absolutely ridiculous game, but he did exactly what he needs to do in order for this Knicks team to succeed. He played a total of 32 minutes, which is a lot for Nerlens Noel. 10 points, 6 rebounds, 2 blocks, and a steal. 5 of 6 from the field. Very efficient. That's what we need from our starting center. He was really good on defense, 2 block shots, and a steal, forcing turnovers. 10 points and 6 boards. I like that from Nerlens Noel. Very good job for him to step into the starting position because that's not easy, and I love what I saw from Nerlens Noel. Another great game from Julius Randle. He's just proving to be an all-star, or at least he should be in the consideration. I think that he's going to get in that all-star for the reserve, but again, we have to put in consideration there's a lot of really good players in that front court position in the Eastern Conference, so hopefully he makes it. Julius Randle finished with 22 points, 9 rebounds, and shot 7 of 15 from the field, which is very efficient from our guy Julius, and it was just an overall great game. I think what this game told me is, like I mentioned earlier on the video, our bench is so deep. Whenever it felt like we started to lose our rhythm and all of a sudden the Rockets got back into the game, like that third quarter, for example, we were up by like 15 or 16 at half, and the third quarter was really hard to watch. You know, the Rockets came out there, they had way more energy. Our starters looked way lethargic. They were not moving the ball. It felt like they just gave Julius the ball in isolation, and they were doubling Randle, and the Rockets were playing really good defense, and they were pushing the ball in transition, and we were not looking good. And then enter the bench late in the third quarter, and then that's when we just took over the game. Immanuel Quickley absolutely just killed it. Derrick Rose, the momentum they bring with the bench of even Obi Toppin and Taj Gibson did his thing. I just love this bench unit, and it's really crazy because, to be honest, the bench unit is low-key more fun to watch than the starters, and that tells you something. We've never been able to say that. Like, when is the last time we can say that, wow, the bench for the Knicks is way more entertaining than watching the starters, and that's a really good sign for the Knicks. Are they better than the starters? We don't know. I just think that the rotations that Thibodeau's maneuvering with, he likes pairing up Quickley and D Rose and Obi Toppin off the bench, and I love that because those three players are going to just get more comfortable with each other. Derrick Rose just continues to find the open man, and he continues to score the ball like an absolute monster. Derrick Rose, he finished with a total of 16 points, 5 of 11 from the field. Very efficient night from Derrick Rose. And then Immanuel Quickley, he finished with 22 points, 7 of 9 from the field, 4 of 6 from downtown, and 4 of 4 from the free throw line. This man, IQ, and he also did that in only 21 minutes. So Immanuel Quickley scored more points than minutes played. I mean, just think of that for a second. I want you guys to just digest that. Immanuel Quickley played a total of 21 minutes, and he scored 22 points. If that doesn't tell you that this man needs more minutes, I don't know what to tell you. I don't think that they need to throw him in the starting lineup. That's not what I'm saying. But Immanuel Quickley is proving that he needs a lot more minutes because when he's on the floor, he is absolutely insane. The shots that Immanuel Quickley was throwing up tonight just shows that his confidence is on another level. He's putting up shots that veteran Damian Lillard, Steph Curry type players put up. Am I comparing him to Steph Curry and Damian Lillard? Absolutely not. I'm just saying that with the types of three-pointers that he's putting up, whether it's a step back, contested three-point jump shot, shooting from 4 feet beyond the arc, just in rhythm, catch and shoot. He looks so comfortable and confident at the NBA level shooting beyond the arc, and it's so awesome. He has that veteran savvy presence to him, and he's a rookie. Like, that's what gets me so excited about Quickley, and his efficiency is just through the charts. I mean, I can say it over and over again. 22 points in 21 minutes. Wow, that is ridiculous. This guy needs more minutes, but I do like the rotations that Thibodeau gave us tonight. I think that he did he packaged everybody well, and this is actually the first time. I don't know if it was the first time all season, but maybe it was. The first time I've seen in the first quarter with like 4 or 3 minutes left, we saw the entire bench unit come in. Usually, Tom Thibodeau likes to keep RJ or Julius in the first quarter throughout the entire quarter and then not give the entire bench some time. So that's something to keep an eye out. So now let's get into some of the negatives. RJ Barrett, he had another poor performance tonight. Last night he struggled. This night he struggled. So RJ Barrett is starting to get into a little funk. We saw RJ Barrett battle some issues early on in the season. We all know his sophomore season was been up and down, up and down. His opening night against the Pacers, absolutely insane, 26 points. And then ever since that game, he just absolutely was terrible for 7 to 8 games. And then he went on like a 13-game stretch of brilliant basketball. And now the last 2 games, RJ Barrett's been a little lethargic. He seems a little fatigued. But the one thing I will say about RJ, he continues to do other things. When he's not putting the ball on the rim, he is an all-around basketball player. He finished with 5 assists. That's very good for a shooting guard / small forward for RJ Barrett to be a playmaker like that. 4 rebounds, and he just continues to be a guy that knows, like, okay, if my shot's not there, if I'm not finishing at the rim, if I'm not in rhythm offensively, I need to get my teammates involved. I need to do other things other than score. And that's a great thing about RJ Barrett. That's why I love him. That's why I feel like he has that mentality to push through the adversity. That's why I always say that about RJ. But yes, I feel like the good thing about this, that with RJ Barrett struggling, we're still winning. That's a very good sign. So just imagine when RJ gets back into rhythm like he was for the past 13 games previously. Before the last 2 or 3 games he's been a little lethargic. Just imagine how good we will be with RJ just going out there and putting up 17 points per game like his averages. I feel like he will be fine in time. I feel like going into the season, I expected RJ to have an up and down year. And even when he was having the really good games, I knew in the back of my mind, like, this is not going to last forever. He's the youngest player in the Knicks. I'm not making any excuses for the guy. He definitely has some things to work on, and I think that just comes with his confidence. I feel like that's a little lethargic right now. Maybe he's a little fatigued, but who knows? He's still 20 years old. I have all the confidence in the world for RJ to get back in rhythm in due time. I'm not worried about him at all, but to be honest, this was just an overall really good team win from top to bottom. We got to see Kevin Knox, Theo Pinson, Austin Rivers come off the bench, which is very refreshing because when they're in, that means we are going to win the game. A really good sequence of events at the end of the game. Kevin Knox stole it and then gave it to Quickley. Quickley lobbed it up to Kevin. That was awesome to see. But yeah, it's just straight up excellent game from the New York Knicks. I just love everything I saw. Obi Toppin actually didn't have a terrible game. He had 11 points, 3 rebounds, 5 of 9 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3-point land. I feel like Obi Toppin is getting way more comfortable. Every single game, you see him out there calling for the ball. He's posting up. He's settling for his type of play style that fits him best. But at the same time, he definitely is settling for way too many 3-pointers. I feel like Obi needs to realize, like, I'm not a 3-point shooter. I need to, if I'm open, maybe do a little step up, pull up mid-range jump shot and post somebody up isolation. I like when Obi does that. But at the same time, I do like that Obi has confidence in himself to launch the 3-pointers. I just wish that he didn't do it so much. Like, he doesn't need to be shooting 4 3-pointers. I understand he hit 1 of 4, and sometimes he just bricks him, and it tells you, like, all right, Obi, relax. Like, we need you to drive. Do what you're best at. That's when I feel like Obi Toppin's game is going to get unlocked. Derrick Rose is a huge reason why we're seeing a different Obi Toppin, and I think it's a matter of time until he gets more comfortable, and I guarantee you, maybe not this week or next week, but eventually throughout the year, we're going to have a couple game stretch of Obi Toppin playing really good basketball, and we're going to be like, this was the guy we expected with the 8th overall pick out of Dayton. So that really does it for my recap. There's not really too much to say. Another player that played really well, I forgot to give him credit because he definitely deserves it, which is Elfrid Payton. Elfrid Payton finished with 15 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. Very efficient night from him, 7-11 from the field. Elfrid Payton gets a lot of, hate on this this channel. I understand that, and a lot of Knicks fans in general, but he needs to get the credit when he plays well. The reason why Elfrid Payton did well tonight is simply because he did not settle for jump shots and he drove to the rim. When Elfrid Payton attacks and he's in that slasher mentality, that's when he plays his best basketball. When he settles for mid-range jumpers and settles for long-range pull-up, three-point contested threes, he does not have good nights. That's when he's usually 3 of 13 or just 5 of, when he's shooting inefficiently, that's when he's settling for jump shots. When Elfrid Payton's driving to the rim, that's when we can have really good nights like he did tonight. So we had really good play from all of our guards, and I'm really excited for the future because this was our first game without Mitchell Robinson. It's a huge blow for our starter, but I like what I saw from Nerlens. I like what I saw from Taj Gibson off the bench, and it was an overall very good win. Like, let's go Knicks. We're what at? We were 11 and 15, so are we 12 and 15 or 13 and 15? I forgot. Like, I'm having a brain fart right now. Yeah, I think we're 13 and 15 now. We were 8th in the Eastern Conference going into this game, so who knows if we went up or not. Let's go Knicks. We're going up against the Atlanta Hawks next. Our upcoming games are very easy, so this is what you want to see from the Knicks. When we're going up against weaker opponents, we need to take care of business with ease. Last night against the Wizards, we blew them out with ease. Against the Rockets tonight, we took care of business with ease. That's what you want to see from this New York Knicks team. We've been toe-to-toe with competitive teams. We've actually beat some really good teams at times with upsets, and we also have lost to some teams where we should have beat. So it's good to see the Knicks get into rhythm. This stretch of games is going to really propel us to have a really successful season or a little terrible season, in my opinion. I feel like this stretch of games is really going to determine, because I feel like if we can win at least 5 of the next 8 games, that's going to really put us in a really good position to make the playoffs. I don't want to say that word because we haven't been there in a while. I don't want to get overzealous and overconfident about this Knicks team, but this Eastern Conference is wide open. All we need to do is get that 10th seed to make the play-in tournament, and I'm hoping that this Knicks team can continue it up. Quickley and Rose off the bench is absolutely insane. Before I end off this video, I just want to say that this Derrick Rose trade was phenomenal. I loved it. When I heard all the rumors that the Knicks were interested in Derrick Rose, my first instinct was, okay, one, what are we giving up? I don't really want to give up too much assets for Derrick Rose because I don't want to sacrifice their future for a rental. And then my other thing I said about before we traded for D Rose, is he going to come in here and take over Quickley's minutes? That's what every Knicks fan thought was going to happen. And then when we initially traded for D Rose, I saw what the value we gave up. We gave up Dennis Smith Jr., who's in the G League, and our second round this year. Are you kidding me? Excellent trade. We gave up a potential 46th overall pick, basically, and a G League player in Dennis Smith, who has not found his rhythm, for Derrick Rose. And the best part about it is he is on the court with Immanuel Quickley, and they're playing so well together. They're probably emerging as one of the best backup backcourts in the NBA. I don't know if you guys can name any. Obviously, I'm biased as a Knicks fan, but seriously, they combined for 36 points off the bench. How can we not say that they're emerging as one of the top? It's been 3 games, and they're just absolutely killing it. That trade, Leon Rose, all the Knicks front office, Tom Thibodeau, they deserve a lot of credit because that was an aggressive move, and they went and got Thibodeau's guy to come in here and instill the culture within the organization, and just they deserve so much credit. And that does it for this video. I just want to say again, thank you guys so much for all the latest support. I'm very close to hitting 5,000 subscribers. That is absolutely insane, and I thank each and every one of you guys. If you're watching until this moment, don't forget to comment down below a Statue of Liberty emoji so I know you're watching up until this moment. Thank you guys so much for all the latest support on Knicks Media. It means the world to me. Stay tuned for more Knicks content. I might be going live against the Hawks on Tuesday or Monday night. Forgot which one it is, so stay tuned for that. That does it for this video. Hope you guys are having a fantastic night. Let's go Knicks. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.